We are counting down the 10 real animals with superpowers so extreme, even comic book heroes would be jealous. From fish that can snipe targets with a jet of water, to creatures that survive radiation, regrow lost limbs, or even reset their own aging, the animal kingdom is packed with superpowers that seem impossible and are 100% real. Some of these abilities are simply impressive, while others almost defy belief. Which animal will take the #1 spot for the most terrifying superpower on Earth? Let us begin our countdown at number 10. The Archerfish is a small river dweller with a superpower straight out of a video game. It hunts insects by blasting them off branches with a jet of water, turning its mouth into a living water gun sniper. This fish forms a pressure nozzle using its tongue and the roof of its mouth, firing jets that reach nearly 2 meters. Even more impressive, it corrects for the way light bends at the water's surface, landing accurate shots over 70% of the time in lab tests. It is a master of fluid dynamics, but since its weapon is more clever than dangerous, the Archerfish kicks off our list at number 10. The Bombardier beetle is armed with a weapon that sounds like science fiction. When threatened, this tiny insect unleashes a boiling chemical spray, heated to nearly 100 degrees Celsius, right from its abdomen. It works like a living spray can flamethrower. Inside its body, 2 separate chambers store hydroquinone and hydrogen peroxide. When danger strikes, special valves open and the chemicals rush into a reaction chamber where enzymes trigger an explosive exothermic reaction. With an audible pop, the beetle fires a jet of scalding toxic liquid, and it can aim this blast with surprising precision. This dramatic chemical defense is powerful enough to drive away ants, spiders, and even hungry frogs. The axolotl, a salamander native to Mexico's ancient lakes, takes regeneration to a level unmatched by any other vertebrate. When it loses a limb, the wound does not scar over. Instead, cells at the injury site revert to a flexible state and form a structure called a blastoma. This cluster of cells remembers exactly what is missing and rebuilds bones, muscles, nerves, even parts of the spine, heart, and brain, restoring everything with perfect function. Scientists are fascinated by this ability, hoping to one day unlock similar healing in humans. Yet in the wild, axolotls are vanishing fast, and they are now critically endangered due to pollution and shrinking habitat. Barely 0.5 millimeter long, the tardigrade is a survivor on a scale that makes comic book heroes look fragile. When conditions turn deadly, drying out, freezing, or even being blasted into space, this tiny animal shuts down almost all life processes and curls into a dehydrated ball called a ton. In this state, its metabolism drops to near zero, and special proteins shield its DNA from damage. Tardigrades have survived 10 days in the vacuum and radiation of space, shrugged off doses of radiation that would kill most other life, and come back to life after years without water. There is a catch. They only revive if water returns. Unstoppable? Not quite. But in the world of extreme endurance, nothing outlasts a tardigrade in its ton state. Lurking beneath tropical waves, the cone snail is a master of silent attack. Its weapon is a hollow, barbed tooth, fired like a toxic harpoon straight into passing prey. In a split second, this harpoon delivers a cocktail of conotoxins, a blend of peptides so precise they target nerve channels and paralyze small fish almost instantly. Some species carry venom potent enough to kill a human, though most are specialized for smaller targets. The snail loads each shot by growing a new tooth, then connects it to a venom gland so it is ready to strike again. Scientists have studied these peptides for decades, leading to breakthroughs like the painkiller ziconotide now used in medicine. With mechanical precision and biochemical finesse, the cone snail's toxic harpoon earns its place as one of the ocean's most elegant and dangerous weapons. Hidden in the muddy rivers of South America, the electric eel is a living battery with a shocking secret. Its long, flexible body holds 3 electric organs, each packed with stacks of special cells called electrocytes. When the eel hunts, thousands of these cells fire in perfect unison, unleashing bursts of electricity that can reach up to 860 volts, enough to knock down a horse or stun a full-grown human. This jolt lasts just a few milliseconds, but it is powerful enough to paralyze prey instantly. The eel does not just use its high-voltage weapon for attack, it also sends out gentler pulses to map its surroundings and to communicate with other eels. In the murky Amazon, this fish rules as both predator and power plant, earning its spot at number 5 for sheer voltage and versatility. The mantis shrimp is the ocean's undisputed heavyweight puncher. This small, brightly coloured crustacean packs a spring-loaded strike that has been measured at speeds up to 23 meters per second, comparable to a bullet leaving a handgun. Hidden inside its raptorial limb is a latch and spring system that stores energy like a crossbow. When released, the appendage accelerates in less than a millisecond, delivering a blow strong enough to crack open snail shells, shatter crab armor, and even break aquarium glass. High-speed cameras reveal 2 peaks of force: the direct impact, and milliseconds later, the collapse of a cavitation bubble formed by the sheer speed of the strike. This collapsing bubble creates a flash of light and a shockwave, adding a second punch to the first. It is a 1-2 hit, mechanical power followed by a burst of energy from imploding water vapor. With this combination of speed, force, and a bonus cavitation blast, the mantis shrimp earns its spot at number 4. The pistol shrimp is armed with a weapon that turns physics into pure destruction. Its oversized claw snaps shut in just 600 microseconds, faster than the blink of an eye. That snap is not just loud underwater, it fires a jet of water so quickly that the pressure drops and a bubble forms, a vortex ring of vapor. For a split second, the collapsing bubble creates a shockwave strong enough to stun or kill small prey nearby. Inside that bubble, temperatures spike to nearly 4,800 degrees Celsius, hotter than the surface of the sun, but only for a fleeting microsecond and within a tiny space. This event even produces a flash of light called sonoluminescence. Scientists measure the shockwave using underwater microphones, and the pistol shrimp's pop is one of the loudest biological sounds in the ocean. Unlike the mantis shrimp, which relies on brute force, the pistol shrimp weaponizes sound and pressure, making it the ultimate microscale destroyer and earning its place at number 3. In the shallow, silty waters of the Indo-Pacific, the mimic octopus rewrites the rules of survival. Instead of hiding, it transforms, sometimes within seconds, into the likeness of a venomous lionfish, a deadly sea snake, or a flatfish gliding over sand. Scientists have documented at least 15 species in its mimicry repertoire, but what is most astonishing is how it selects its disguise based on the threat it faces. When attacked by territorial damselfish, for example, the octopus has been observed stretching 2 arms behind its body, banded in black and white, to impersonate the damselfish's natural enemy, the sea snake. This is not simple camouflage. The mimic octopus uses a combination of chromatophore-driven color changes, muscular control, and flexible posture to shape-shift in real time, matching both the movement and the patterns of its models. Its neural wiring allows for instant decisions. One moment it lies flat and drab like a flounder. The next it is bristling with striped arms to warn off predators, In a world where brute force dominates, this animal's true weapon is intelligence and deception, earning it the number 2 spot for sheer versatility and cunning. Floating through the world's oceans, the immortal jellyfish carries a secret that challenges the very idea of aging. When faced with starvation, injury, or harsh conditions, this tiny creature does more than recover. It actually rewinds. The adult jellyfish, called a medusa, begins to break down its own body and transform cells through a process known as transdifferentiation. In a matter of days, it reverts to its earlier stage, a polyp anchored to a surface and ready to start life anew. Scientists have watched this reversal happen again and again in the lab, with some individuals cycling back to youth 10 times in just 2 years. The switch is triggered by stress, and the process is guided by a complex dance of microRNAs, telomerase, and genes that repair and reset cells. Still, this immortality is not a guarantee. In the wild, most jellyfish are eaten or fall to disease long before they get the chance to reset. Even so, the ability to erase age and begin again places Turritopsis dohrnii at the top of the list, nature's closest answer to a biological reset. Across all 10 entries, one truth emerges. Evolution creates abilities wilder than fiction. Nature arms even the smallest creatures with defenses, weapons, and tricks that defy imagination. These powers are not just rare, they are reminders that Earth's real wonders remain stranger and more powerful than anything we invent. Which superpower would you choose?